There's an old adage in Washington, D.C. It goes like this. If you want a friend in politics, get a dog. Dogs are loyal. Marjorie Taylor Greene is worse than a dog. Marjorie Taylor Greene is not loyal to the president or to her party or really to anyone other than herself. Marjorie Taylor Greene betrayed her party and this movement the moment she got the chance to run into the open arms of left-wing corporate media that hates all of us. And she sat on their laps and she giggled and tee-hee-heed and tried to burn this place down. But the only person that she actually destroyed was herself and her own credibility, as now everybody hates her on both the right and the left. Marjorie Taylor Greene was very close with President Trump and was sucking up to the president, so much so she wore a Trump was right about everything hat on the House floor. So was Trump right about this when he called Marjorie traitor brown, because green turns to brown when it rots, a nasty traitor to our country? That's what President Trump has said, and that's relatively nice for some of the truth socials that President Trump has put out there. Ladies and gentlemen, Marjorie Taylor Greene went from giggling with Trump at his golf course to giggling with The View about how much she hates the men in D.C. Just a reminder, Marjorie Taylor Greene loved hanging out with the men when she was getting power or fame from it. But now that those days are over, here's what she sounds like.
Contest. I'm with women, so I feel very comfortable saying this. I'm really tired of the pissing contest in Washington, D.C. between the men.
Look at this expression. She'd put you in a camp if she could. She'd deport you if she could. I'm really happy that I'm here with women. It's like amazing how immediately Marjorie Taylor Greene uses left-wing coded language. She immediately goes woke. Now that I'm with the women, the men are the problem. Marjorie Taylor Greene laughs.
That you're slamming Republicans too much. Well, you're taking my job.
Look, you're slamming Republicans too much. You turn it on your own party. Look, and it's so funny. It's great to her. It's not existential. It's not about the future of her children or this country or any of us that have to still fight. She quit. She quit and ran directly to The View, not just The View. She ran to podcasts to say that now she doesn't think there should be mass deportations. She said this on my show so many times. She said it at rallies I went to. There should be mass deportations. Now, no, we got to protect the criminal alien workers just as long as they're working. It's amazing what happens when you get a paycheck, or when you're wanting to be famous, when you're wanting to get the warm, coddling love of left-wing media. Now she's complimenting Nancy Pelosi. Listen to this.
In my first term of Congress, and I'm very impressed at her ability to get things done.
I was very impressed by her ability to F over my party, screw over my voters, my constituents. I'm very impressed with Nancy Pelosi's ability to get Obamacare done. Ilhan Omar says she wants to start a new party with Marjorie Taylor Greene. She wants to welcome Marjorie Taylor Greene into the Democrat Party and reconstitute it. Marjorie Taylor Greene on CNN again and again and again and again. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see if CNN does any reporting on this. This is a post that Marjorie Taylor Greene just made on Instagram. Laura Loomer says that Marjorie Taylor Greene has fled the country and that she is currently in Costa Rica. Now, this is real. Here's Marjorie Taylor Greene's actual Instagram post here. It was posted 9 hours ago. It's got a couple coffee cups here and is overlooking a very, very pretty estate. This is presumably the backyard of some gigantic mansion. Marjorie Taylor Greene is going off to get married with a guy who also just quit his job. His name is Brian Glenn. He's a great reporter from Real America's Voice. And she's just getting destroyed here in the comments. America first, she shrieks, from her estate in Costa Rica, paid for by insider trading while she was in Congress before she quit. Insider trading sure is good. Change your Christianity for Islam. Can you spend on a good conscience? Soros owned. I thought you were America first. You need to change your bio. But the money you took from the lobbyists, foreign countries, bye-bye, please. No extradition from there. Next chapter, what's living off the government and grifting the people? America first, huh? How dare you? Ooh, you're not complaining about Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you bought with your money from Congress. I would just say a bad look. Here's what Laura Loomer says. I reported that she bought a $5 million Costa Rica mansion in 2024. Sources tell me MTG sold her home in Rome, Georgia, and moved to Costa Rica. All this insider trading sure paid off. She just posted a photo from her new home in Costa Rica on Instagram. She abandoned her constituents and fled the country. Did she actually flee the country? Well, let's go ahead and look. Laura Loomer with the receipts here. Marjorie Taylor Greene sold her home in Rome, Georgia, 10 acres. She was paid $1.1 million for it. She's now living on a $5 million home in Costa Rica with Brian Glenn. This is proof that she was always planning to leave Congress, and she just scapegoated President Trump and abandoned her constituents and fled the country. So here it looks like the sold sort of a Redfin, sold feature there on a piece of property, right? If this is how it shows up online, populates online. Just so we're clear, Marjorie Taylor Greene collected $22 million in insider trading in Congress, all under the guise of a MAGA Republican. Trump gets reelected, and she counter messages him at every turn that she quits and cries victim and flees the country. One of the most corrupt scumbags of the century. Oof. Yeah, I mean, it's not a great look. I predict that before the midterms, MTG will marry Rosie O'Donnell and move to Austin. What is MTG so terrified of? She resigns her seat. She sells her home. Her boyfriend resigns with zero notice. He was a really liked, pretty famous reporter, honestly. They both moved to Costa Rica under complete secrecy. What is going on? I scooped this a couple of years ago, says this reporter from Business Insider, I think, right? MTG goes on vacation in Costa Rica. She used it for a whole week when she went on vacation in Costa Rica right before Christmas. 200 other people did the same. They all kind of went on vacation, but MTG went to Costa Rica. Has there ever been a bigger fraud and a quitter? MTG appears to be doing America a favor and leaving. That settled it. I'm officially announcing I'm running for Congress to personally enrich myself and my extravagant mansion in Costa Rica. I bet they will be back in 8 months. It looks great, but eventually, believe it or not, it gets boring. Spoken from some truth from Greta Van Susteren, who is crazy rich, right? Amazing. These kind of things, and a guilty conscience doesn't do you any good. Marjorie Taylor Greene has fled the country and is now a citizen of Costa Rica. America first. Marjorie Taylor Greene responded to this, saying, lying Larry is at it again. Okay, this is why she won't be part of the White House press pool. She says here that she didn't do any insider trading. Okay. Her wealth comes from her construction business, and she made a bunch of money in that business, and she won't apologize for making a bunch of money in that business. And she's against insider trading, and she said she accuses people in the Trump administration instead of insider trading. There you go, perfect shield there for left-wing media. And I'm 100% proud American who lives in Georgia. And for Costa Rica, yes, Brian and I love it. It's a beautiful country filled with beautiful people. We love to travel all over the world. So she doesn't say no. She doesn't deny buying a $5 million mansion in Costa Rica. She says she still lives. I'm an American who lives in Georgia. You know, that could mean like your kid has an apartment there, right? And then she says she's going to share pics of traveling all over the world. Well, first off, that's dumb. You don't have to rub, even if you have wealth, it's a choice to rub it in people's faces, especially when a lot of people are struggling. Not very America first of you to buy. I mean, she doesn't deny that she bought a $5 million mansion in Costa Rica. Why would you do that? Why would you buy a $5 million mansion in some other country? Again, that's not very America first, but you're the fraud, right? I mean, you know, if you were America first, then you stay here and you fight for those principles. You stay in Congress. You don't just resign. You don't resign when things get tough or right the day after you get your lifelong pension from Congress, which they get. You don't do that. It's a terrible choice. That's certainly not America. It doesn't mean you're fighting for anyone. It's not America first to abandon your nation, to go buy lavish mansions and travel all over the world and go buy huge properties in third world foreign countries. That's not America first at all. It's not America first to betray your president and the party and the movement that you did, in fact, work hard in order to get elected. And then the moment things got tough, you like abandon it all. You burn your hat. You burn everything. It's not America first. And it's certainly not America first to be like rage posting from some lavish mansion in the third world while so many Americans are suffering. That's a choice. And it's a choice that is a nasty one. And that's why we've lost just all respect for MTG. Don't be like MTG, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever you do, live out your principles and make sure that even, you know, it's amazing. You can see the people who have corrupt consciences and broken principles, and it doesn't matter how pretty of a lavish mansion they live in while everybody else is in poverty around them. They still feel like garbage. It's a big lesson there. It's in here, actually. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe.